We have to face our fears. We have to deal with our fears, face them, and rise above them.
I think fear is really real, but you have to face it to get to the other side, right? You have to get through it to conquer it.
You know, usually what scares you the most is what doesn't actually exist. You know, in amongst doing it, it's actually not so bad.
Rise and shine, it's espresso time. What's up, Believe Nation? It's Evan. My one word is believe, and I believe in you. I believe you have an amazing gift inside you that I want to see exploded onto the world. So let's start your day off right together. Grab your coffee and sip on today's message. Face your fears. Over to you, Gaur Gopal Das.
I wake up every morning.
Espresso keep me going.
I wake up every morning.
I'm actually a camera shy person, believe it or not. You know, when people shoot me and they just post some clips, that's fine with me. But talking to a camera, it's a machine. It's just some electronic machine. The camera doesn't laugh. The camera doesn't cry. The camera doesn't have any interpersonal reciprocations and dealings. And I must tell you, I felt very nervous. In fact, a little fearful as well to speak into a camera. It was more fear of failure, I would say, because, you know, when you speak into a camera and if it's relayed and it's put online, how do people see it? Otherwise, when I'm with people, people have seen me speak. And I decided, when the motive is to serve and contribute, we have to face our fears. We have to deal with our fears, face them, and rise above them. At some point of time, I had to decide to come and speak. So one day I decided, that's it. I have to come, speak in front of the camera. The first time I did it, believe me, we will post that video once. You must see me speaking there. Stiff, expressionless, motionless, stoic, nonchalant face, you know. And I guess I'm kind of slowly getting better. Because in order to deal with these fears, you have to face them.
Every great thing that you ever accomplish in your life will come from the other side of fear. Everything that you want to do, every big accomplishment that you have ever had and will ever have will come by conquering a fear that you have, because everything that's worth doing, everything that is worth doing will come with a healthy dose of fear. Most people, though, they live their life in the opposite. Most people, they live their life so small that they never go off and accomplish anything big. Most people live their life running against 3-year-olds. If you ran a race against 3-year-olds, you would win. You could crawl your way and still win that race. It's not a challenge. It's easy. It's easy to win. And so if life is so easy to win, it means your goals suck. It means you're not doing anything challenging. And that's where most people are. You're not really pushing yourself. You're not really driving forward on anything major because you're allowing fear to rule your life. And so the way through it I see is 2 ways. One is the motivation. What is the ambition? One is the inspiration. One is listening to messages like Gaur, listening to this story, and listening to other people who conquered their fear, who blasted through it. Not people who necessarily say ignore your fears or fears aren't real. I think fear is really real, but you have to face it to get to the other side, right? You have to get through it to conquer it. And so surrounding yourself with the content. If fear is the biggest thing that's holding you back, surround yourself with videos, with books, with podcasts that on a regular basis push that thing a little bit forward inside you that gives you the motivation to want to go forward. The second thing around fear that I would encourage you to really consume content on and remind yourself of is that the beginning always sucks. Go watch Gaur's first video. Go watch my first video. I'm totally embarrassed by my first video, but I keep it up, 1, because the content was still good, and 2, more importantly, to show the journey. To show the journey of a guy here who, I was camera shy, I'm super introverted. I know it doesn't come out, but after 5,000-6,000 videos of practice, you get a little bit better at it, right? And so showing that journey, because if you look at where I am now, it's unfair to compare yourself to it. If you want to do YouTube, when you look at what I'm doing now, it's an unfair comparison. It might be inspiration, but it's an unfair comparison. If you look at where I was when I started, though, you're probably better than me. You might be better than Gaur. And so understanding that the first thing you do is going to suck should alleviate some of the fear. You don't have to make it this big production that it has to win, it has to be perfect, it has to be amazing, or I am a total failure. No, expect it to suck, expect it to be terrible. That's okay. The win is that you started. The win is that you have momentum. That's the big win for you. And so the first part is the inspiration, the motivation, the knowing that to accomplish the big thing in life or business that you want to do, it has to come through busting through fear. The second is expecting it to suck at the beginning. And the third thing I would say, actually, spur of the moment, third point, unplanned, is when I'm afraid of something, I try to recognize it. Because first off, it's hard to actually recognize fear most of the time. I think we make so many decisions on a daily basis based out of fear, but we don't catch it. We rationalize it away. We come up with a practical reason why we can't do that thing we're afraid of. You want to ask that girl out, but you're not going to because you only have 5 minutes before you have to get to work and you're really hungry and you need to go to the bathroom, and you find all these reasons that make sense and are real, but deep down, the real reason is fear. And so when you can catch it, when you can catch that fear, when you know that really I'm just excusing these things away, I'm rationalizing it, but it's really fear, then I make the future fear so big. I pile on 50 years of fear. I imagine myself on my rocking chair looking back on my entire life and saying, this moment, this was the moment that would change my life, this here, right now, asking that girl out, saying yes to that business opportunity, getting in front of the camera, making a video, this moment right here, the thing that I'm so insanely afraid to do, this is the thing that if I don't do, my life is gonna be crap forever. It's a little bit crazy, but that's what I do. And I make the future fear so big that my immediate fear shrinks, and then I have to do it. It's like if you have a hangnail that hurts and somebody punches you in the arm, you don't feel the hangnail anymore. You feel this pain, right? So I make the future pain so big that I have to do something, and I don't feel the smaller pain as much anymore. It gets me a result. Making yourself believe and fully understanding, adopting the principle of saying that I would rather fail and know than not know. I would rather fail at this thing and know that this won't work out and know that it's a failure than not know, because that regret will eat you up for the rest of your life. Those are my 3 ways to conquer fear. I have a special bonus clip that I think you guys are really going to enjoy, but before that, question of the day: what is your biggest way to conquer fear? What is the strategy you use that when you are afraid, this is your go-to, this is the thing that you look at to push you through to do the scary thing that you know that you must do? Leave in the comments below. I think it could help a lot of people who are facing their fears as well, give them some inspiration. Thank you guys so much for watching. I believe in you. I hope you continue to believe in yourself, and whatever your one word is, much love. I'll see you again tomorrow morning for another shot of espresso, and enjoy the bonus clip.
I wake up every morning.
Espresso keep me going.
Thor seems almost fearless. Is there anything that scares you in your life?
My life? Yeah, look, a lot of things. Mainly, you know, I think most of us, our mind is sort of, you know, convinces us that things are worse than they are or better than they are, and sets us up for a fall constantly, you know. And I think it's, and this business, I think about that a lot, you know, about what's real, what's not, and what exactly am I doing, and what do I aspire to be, and why, and all those sort of questions. And I always come back to just simplifying things, you know, and just sort of day by day. And you know, usually what scares you the most is what doesn't actually exist. You know, in amongst doing it, it's actually not so bad. You know, like that coming out here beforehand, it was like, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. You get out there and you go, okay, you know, I'm alive, I lived, you know, and yeah.
I think we all fear. There's a couple things we all probably fear: being judged unfairly, not being able to provide for our loved ones and our family, death, and losing people that we love. I think those are a lot of things. But the fear ourselves are often about the fear of being able to be acknowledged, and/or the fear of failing and people looking at you as a failure. Yeah. Because you
it's a human need, right?
It's a human need, right?
Babies that don't get loved, babies that don't get loved literally die.
Yeah.
So like human connection is a part
want to
of our
be
DNA.
accepted, and you have to always second guess yourself. I second guess myself every day, right? And it's the fear of saying, there's no point in my life that I didn't have fear, and I call it a healthy paranoia in business. Food was doing well. Okay, well, the hot clothing line lasts 5 years. Daymond, did you get bit by the apple? You know, did you bite the apple once or get hit by lightning? No, I got to do it again. All right, you failed in the next 3 launches. What are you gonna do? No, I got to do it again. Oh, I got to share this idea of who I am with the world. I want to empower other entrepreneurs, but I'm dyslexic. I'm gonna write a book? Are you kidding me? People are gonna laugh at me, right? You know, you're gonna go on to be on a TV show. What are you talking? I'm not articulate. I didn't I didn't go to college. You know, you have people like Mark Cuban. He's a billionaire sitting next to me. You know, I'm a couple of 100 million short. I mean, you know, how am I going to debate against him? All right, I gotta have a mental judo game. I gotta create a chessboard against him. I can't lose this deal. All right, Mark Cuban's going to give you $1 billion, but you know, just like when you have a house, you only sleep in one bedroom, right? Mark has a mansion. I'm sleeping in one bedroom, and I'm here for you. You're the bedroom, right, man? Mark's running all around. Screw him, and then I get him, and I get him out of the deal. You know, fear of, you know, am I leaving my daughter's inheritance or a legacy? How will they perceive me? You know, fear of making my daughters public people, where now they have pressure on them, and I want to hide them from everybody, or in fear of anything else. You know, the president of the United States, President Obama, made me a presidential ambassador for global entrepreneurship. I can never let him down, right?
Yeah.
It's always going to be some level of fear, and that fear is good if it's healthy.
You suffer from a bit of anxiety when you're in front of the camera. But that you name your confident personality Frank.
Yeah, oh my God.
And your anxious personality Charles.
Yeah, that's true.
Why does that make me feel anxious?
I mean, the most scared I've ever been was being asked to sing at the MCG for the Bledisloe Cup. And I'm a big rugby fan. I was brought up in Sydney, so rugby was my sport. And they said, come and sing. And I actually had a panic attack the night before because all the people, I was at a dinner party and people were telling stories of how careers had finished by singing a dud version.
Yeah, Meatloaf doesn't tour anymore, I'll tell you that. That does not happen.
And that someone got up and sang it a cappella, got off key, got booed, literally singing the anthem. And I have never been more scared than that moment. And what happened to me in film was it was random. It would appear sometimes, and that was something I'd never encountered. I understand if you're scared of heights, you're always scared of heights, but some days I'd be fine, and then some days I would just get nervous and then it'd get in my head. So I don't know if you guys know Anthony Robbins, you know, the
motivational dude, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, he does motivate. He's not really a motivational guy, actually. He's really quite brilliant in breaking down how we think, the patterns of behaviour we have. And so I met him, we were mates. I never went to one of his workshops. We were just friends. And I rang him, I said, mate, I want to come to you professionally. I need to ask you a question. And he said to me, what the biggest mistake people make with fear is saying, oh, I'm scared, I hate this, get it out, I don't want you near my life, this is not helping me. And you get obviously really wound up. So he said, you've got to remember the times where you feel confident, name the character that feels scared. And as you're walking on a set, realise that the fear is good, that it got you where you are, that it makes you work. The fear sometimes actually goes, oh, I better work really hard on this film. Like when I was with Les Mis, I was really nervous. So he said, that fear, embrace it, work really hard. And then on that day when you walk on set, Charles, thanks, but I don't need you right now. And then be frank, as in a total arsehole. So don't care about him, no. And that somehow just switched to me when occasionally I would get nervous.
So let me give you the one-word secret to happiness. One word, this is all you need to be happy.
The most important word ever.
If you had to think of one word that's most important to you or that sums you up or that would be kind of like a little beacon.
Hey Believe Nation, if you want to know what the most important one word is for Tony Robbins, Gary Vaynerchuk, Oprah Winfrey, will.i.am, and Howard Schultz, I have a very special secret video for you. Check the description for details.